What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslow channel. I am Mr. Winslow, your host, and today we are going to be discussing a very hot topic in the African American community, which deals primarily with the top 3 reasons that black men do not date black women. I do realize that over the years there have been many video blogs doing the point and counterpoint thing between both of the sexes. However, here at the Mr. Winslow Studios, we do believe in showing the problem and showing the solution to the problem. So let's get started, shall we? The first problem in tying the knot between black men and black women would have to be the church. Why do you say the church, Mr. Winslow? Well, number one, the church is going to give you unrealistic expectations. It's going to give you a false sense of security, and it's going to give you limited horizons. An example that encompasses all 3 of these would be in the form of the pastor, the imam, the rabbi driving a Bentley, driving a Rolls Royce, flying a Learjet, flying a helicopter, having an immaculate worship center that you and several of the followers paid for. However, he's living in the lap of luxury and you are pushing a skateboard, no, I'm sorry, a hoopty to church. No. That gives you unrealistic expectations, that gives you a false sense of security, and that gives you limited horizons. All 3 of those at the same time. Limited horizons because you're going to settle for mediocrity being in that situation. You're going to say he's a man of God, so he deserves my very best and I don't deserve a thing. Number 2, it's going to give you a false sense of security and the fact that, oh, well, I just lost my job. I can go to that reverend and say, Reverend, I just lost my job. Can I get some money for some groceries? Can you help me with my car note? Can you help me with my rent? The only thing that he's probably going to tell you 9 times out of 10 is going to be, you need to have faith, sister. Just trust in the Lord and he'll come down from heaven and give you those groceries. He'll miracle that money in your hand so you can pay for your rent. Yeah, right. And unrealistic expectations. You mean to tell me you've been praying for a good man, you've been praying for a good lifestyle because Lord knows you deserve it, no pun intended, and all of a sudden you don't get it? Could it be because your prayers aren't making it past the ceiling? Could it be because God left the phone off the hook for you? Could it be because you don't have any faith? Well, I'll tell you right now, black woman, it's none of those. It's that the church is holding you back. Divorce it. That's the number one reason why black men and black women cannot renew the ties that bind. The second reason would be bitter woman advice. You mean to tell me that misery loves company and seeking happy advice from an unhappy woman is unwise and half truths are going to turn into total lies when exposed to people? Yes, I'm telling you, all 3 of those things will happen if you seek advice from a better person. Misery loves company. This is self explanatory. A person who is wallowing in self pity is not going to want to see you transcend from the muck and miry clay of a dead end relationship. A person who is down there in the pit is not going to want you to excel. Not all people, but most of them, especially women that are bitter, especially women that have been jaded, are going to try to pull you back in and say, girl, don't trust him. Don't trust Trevor. Don't trust Jermaine because you know what? He's one of them educated brothers and you really don't need something like that. He's going to better deal you. That suspicion and that fear is going to dwell within the minds of someone because misery loves company. Keep that in mind. Number 2, seeking advice that is going to make you happy from an unhappy person is a good example of a bad idea. Don't do it. You need to seek advice from a person who is seeking good things just like you. You need to seek advice from a person who says, well, you know what? I think you're going the right way. Or, hey, you know what? Let me talk to you for a little while because I want to, share something with you. And I think you're going places. And I want you to know this. That's what you need to affiliate yourself with. Affiliate yourself with a person who is going to give you good advice because they have the mindset to see you transcend. They have the mindset to see you progress. Progress means to move forward. Retrogress means to move backward. We want to progress. And half-truths are going to turn into 100% lies when added to people. You need to have both sides of the story. If you are only hearing the woman's side of the story, that's a half-truth. If you're only hearing the man's side of the story, that's a half-truth. You need to hear both sides, put both sides together, and then you'll have the whole and complete truth, and you can make an intelligent decision regarding your next move in this life. Last but not least, bad decision making is going to keep black men and black women from renewing the ties that bind. Pookie and Ray Ray need to be replaced by Marcus and Jordan. Pookie and Ray Ray, who work at the corner of Stand and Lean, who are street pharmacists, who love to beat up on women and who brag about how many times they've been to prison, are not the type of guy that you want to affiliate yourself with. Black woman, just ask yourself the question, if you seek all of these things, if you have this list of these realistic expectations, Pookie and Ray Ray are not going to give you that. So it would be wiser to invest your time and energy and effort into a person who has something on the ball, a person who is going places in his life, a person who believes in having a cohesive understanding with his mate. That's what you want to seek. Pookie and Ray Ray are not going to give you this. And you give what you get in life. Don't expect to buy champagne with beer money. That is another good example of a bad idea. You give what you get. If you are a single woman, you need to seek a single man. If you are a single mother, you need to seek a single father. Don't get an attitude because people will not try to date you because of your baggage or whatever. Just seek someone with the same things that you have. Like forces, especially in the human condition, attract. With all of that said, YouTube community, I do hope that this video has been helpful to you. And from the Mr. Winslow Studios, peace.